Yo dudes! Welcome to 5-ingredient banoffee pie. This is epic. This is a simpler take on the classic. It's higher in fiber, it's delicious, and the whole idea is to show how simple and incredibly delicious it can be. Okay, so for anyone who's never made a banoffee pie, it's a simple banana and toffee pie with a biscuity base. We're making this with 5 ingredients. It's simple, it's easy, and here we go. First step, you're gonna need a food processor. Into the food processor, we are going to add one of our 5 ingredients. 250 grams of cashew nuts. If they are roasted, they're just gonna have a little bit more flavor. So we're gonna blend this until it comes together into a breadcrumb-like texture. Boom. Okay, so we blended it until, see, it's like breadcrumbs. Next ingredient number 2, we have dates. These are simply chopped dates. We have 150 grams to go into the base. So just use any type of pitted date, whether medjool or standard dates you buy in a supermarket. We just chopped ours up to make it easy in our food processor. We're gonna blend this. Boom. So just blend it until it comes together. Next step, this is an 8-inch springform tin, or 20 centimeters. We've simply lined it with baking parchment, so it makes it easier to take it off. So we're gonna remove the base into the springform cake tin, and we're gonna compact it down using the back of a spoon. Full written recipe is down below, and if you don't have a springform tin, just simply use a brownie tray, and ideally put baking parchment in it so it makes it easier to remove it once you slice it. Okay, there's no need to clean out the food processor. We're gonna pop this back on and make our caramel. So for our caramel, we have 300 grams of dates to the food processor. So that is still our second ingredient. And again, they're pitted, which means no stone in the middle. Yeah, we've got 180 grams of coconut oil, our third ingredient. Welcome to the party, ingredient number 3. We are going to add, this is not technically ingredient because it's water. We're giving ourselves that bit of grace. We're adding 50 ml of water. And we are going to blend until it comes together smooth. This could take up to 5 minutes blending the caramel, so be patient, be smooth, and if your food processor starts to overheat, just give it a little rest. And if you were gonna make a 6-ingredient banoffee, you could put a pinch of salt. So what's really important here is you blend it until it starts clumping together, because that's an indicator that your kind of caramel has become more like toffee, because this is a banoffee, not a banana mel. Caramel anyway. It's a banoffee, so you want it to be a thicker caramel. So just take your caramel or your toffee and we're gonna smear it on, and we're gonna show you a top tip to get a super smooth caramel. Okay, so top tip for how to smooth your caramel, take a piece of baking parchment, and this keeps it really, really smooth. Because otherwise it starts to stick to your spoon and it just becomes a bit of a messy process. So ingredient number 4 is the bananas. Try to use ripe ones, they'll just be sweeter. The way you know a ripe banana is that it's got brown spots on it. Okay, so we're simply gonna slice the banana into little coins or little slices. And then just lay them out beautifully. Try to get them as evenly as possible so that we can have our coconut cream looking beautiful. Okay, so our 5th and final ingredient is coconut cream. So we are taking 2 tins of coconut milk. We're gonna open them up, and remove the cream is simply the white stuff up the top of the tin. So if you live in a warm country, just make sure to keep it in the fridge. Naturally, there'll be a natural separation between the cream and the water. Make sure you choose full fat coconut milk. So put your coconut cream in the bowl, take a whisk. If you don't have a whisk, just use a fork. And what we're just trying to do is we're trying to really smoothen it out so it's just a smooth, elegant, velvety cream. Okay, we're using a piping bag. These are reusable piping bags, which we do reuse. We're gonna fill this up with the cream because you get a much better effect with this. And if you don't have a piping bag, simply use a clean plastic bag. So the cream, you'll see how much we whisk it so it's beautiful, beautiful and velvety. And now for the final bit, this is one of my favorite bits. It really is worth getting a piping bag or making your own piping bag or borrowing one from the neighbors. All that we gotta do now is we're gonna leave this in the fridge to cool and to set for probably an hour or so, which is one of the hardest bits. If you're looking to learn more about vegan cooking, we've got an ultimate vegan cooking course. It gets amazing results, teaches you how to cook with frameworks and principles. It's pretty much like the course which we wrote to try to teach our kids how to cook. Yeah, link down below, check it out. It's got 55% off at the moment, so it's a special offer for a limited time. Okay, back to the banoffee. Here's one we did earlier. So final touch, and obviously this is something extra on top of the 5 ingredients, is if you have any bit of chocolate in the house, take a little bit of chocolate, take a microplane grater, and then just grate on some chocolate. but it looks nice sliced as well, just so you get that variety of texture. Shards, chocolate shards. So take a palette knife or a butter knife and just clean around your springform tin to make it easier to get it out. Okay, just to give you the big reveal, here it is. 5 ingredient, easy, simple banoffee pie. Look at that. Wow. Boom. Boom. Beautiful. Serious caramel layer. And now for one of our favorite bits. Okay, just to show you how well this cake stacks up, I'm going to slice into it just to show you she is wonderful, or it is wonderful. Oh, there's a lot of toffee in this. This is a beauty. Okay, all that's left to do is to taste this delight. Looks absolutely beautiful, and again, 5 ingredients. The whole purpose is to show how easy and how, with a little bit of creativity, you can make things. So maybe comment down below with what other type of cakes you think we should try to make in 5 ingredients. We've done a 5 ingredient chocolate cake, 5 ingredient cheesecake, 5 ingredient banoffee now. It's just perfect. Like, it really is. Like, the cashews give a wonderful biscuit undertone. The caramel or toffee is like strong. Look at that. It's rich, indulgent, and that little banana and creamy topping is magnificent. Wow. And this is healthier because it's higher in fiber, so there's no refined sweetener in it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this community. We genuinely appreciate it. And yeah, sending loads of love. Big love to you. Cheers. Bye.